from the Penn libraries.
Well, one of the cool, smaller collections that we have, actually, it's one that the Islamic bibliographers helped Penn libraries to secure, knowing that I was interested in this material. We have some postcards from the late 19th, early 20th century. I teach a class on the history of North Africa with a focus on the Maghreb, notably Morocco, Algeria, and Tunisia, to a lesser extent, and also actually Libya as well. So it's a class that studies North Africa, all of North Africa except for Egypt, which tends to be well studied in Middle Eastern history classes, from about 1830, the French conquest of Algeria, to the present day. And we have in the libraries here some postcard collections from the late 19th, early 20th century, and in particular a collection of postcards from Libya from the period when Italy was trying to colonize the country after a conquest in 1911. And students in my North African history class have in the past come and used these materials thinking, what can we learn from postcards? In some cases, what's really cool is that the postcards were actually sent. So you've got not only the photographic image on the front, often from Italian Libya, you'll see photographs of Roman ruins, because Italy, during its colonial enterprise, was trying to emphasize the idea of Libya as something that would help it to restore its Roman Empire. So there were a lot of Roman ruin postcards, but sometimes there are postage stamps with postmarks and messages. And by reading this stuff, one can get a sense of the kind of mundane aspects of colonialism, what it meant for ordinary Italians to be participating in some way in the colonial experience by sending these images with messages attached. And there's a surprisingly large literature for other parts of North Africa and the Middle East on postcards in this period. Actually, there are studies that have been written about, the golden age of the postcard, about 1880 to 1920 around the world. But this collection on Libya is very interesting, and students have written remarkable things about it, in some cases translating the Italian that people wrote on the back to figure out what people were saying and writing to each other, and how they were, again, participating in this culture of Italian colonialism abroad.